live and effortless. And most people associate that with just somebody winging it or having a good time. It applies to writers, actors, or directors. You know, when they talk about an actor just playing himself on the screen, that's absolutely not possible. You know, in the same way that getting a boner at home is easy, getting it in a porn-filled facility is pretty hard. As a director, and there hopefully you don't have a boner in the set. The director is the same thing, to keep the rhythm and the flow of a movie, which is one of the cardinal things in telling a story, is an incredibly intricate craft. And as a writer, the same. When people say, well, he writes like he speaks, that is a huge task. Not to change your voice in your head to the page. And many times you hear about dialogue, you think about great dialogue being improvised because it seems to flow effortlessly. And the movie that you're going to see tonight, how many of you have seen it once already? Excellent. Well, I love it because you will be able to pay more attention to certain things. I'm going to talk about a couple of them, not many, and the rest we will talk about after the movie. But one of the things that Edgar did that absolutely destroyed me was transitions. When you see the movie again, the transitions are absolutely incredibly effortless, fluid, smart, and completely delivered and apropos of the movie. They are not just feats of camera and storytelling that Arthur shows us that he has, you know, 20-inch platform shoes and he's dancing. It's none of that James Brown stuff. He's really doing it not as a show-off, but as part of the reason and the narrative behind the story, and we'll talk about it a little more. Another one that I would like to direct your attention towards is the color palette. I think that there's a very deliberate use of saturated colors as the story advances, and for good reason. And finally, I think that if you know, when you go to Disneyland, they're always telling you to pay attention for the hidden Mickeys, because there's Mickey Mouses hidden all over Disneyland, including the urinary areas, I think. I'm not sure. But as just as such, being a movie about evil exes, I would love for this to be a drinking game, because then the answers will be great. But try and spot all the exes in the film that are everywhere. And I would love to introduce a man that needs introduction, especially with the INS, Edgar Wright.
Well, we'll get to talking afterwards. Thanks for
He said he was talked afterwards. His accent is very thick.
Two directors to not understand on one stage. We do have actually, some of us are coming back afterwards to do a Q&A. There are more people here, so you get more bang for your buck. The only person that isn't here is the man who had an acid freak out during 2001. Oh, he might be, who knows? There's a little Egyptian joke there. A couple of the cast are here, and so I thought it'd be nice for you them to come on and do a little twirl before the film starts. So first up we have Young Neil and Matthew Patel, Johnny Simmons and Satya Baba.